We've got brand new ABBA sketches with some of the ABBA members, new ABBA releases, new appearances on TV shows from Björn, and Björn, and once again, more new music from Benny. This is our ABBA News Roundup for March 2023. Hey! So, in our last news roundup for February, we had a deep dive into all of Benny's new musical performances on Swedish TV from that month. Now, in March, Benny was back with more music, this time in a church in Gothenburg, to perform songs from the historic Swedish composer Evert Taube. Benny played 4 pieces, 2 on accordion with his colleague Lars Rudolfsson and 2 on piano. You can watch all performances on the YouTube channel from Gunilla Kronholm. One of them, with Gothenburg's new girls choir, is a beautiful song which Benny already performed 3 years ago on solo piano at the inauguration of the Taube Foundation. One week later, Björn was back, this time for a special sketch for Red Nose Day 2023. On the same day, he received an award from the Swedish Circus Academy to celebrate the fantastic quality that he contributed to the art of circus in Sweden with his circus musical Pippi last summer. The show will be back in Stockholm this summer. A teaser was released on Instagram with a short interview with Björn. I have seen the musical last year and I can only agree with his recognition. We talked about the show and the soundtrack album last summer. So you might remember one of the songs written by Björn and co-written by Swedish singer-songwriter Benjamin Ingrosso. He is internationally known for representing Sweden at the Eurovision Song Contest in 2018, and he also has his own program on Swedish TV, a cooking show mixing cooking with music. In March, a teaser was released announcing that Björn will be on the show in April.
Hello!
Now Benjamin also has a sister who has a TV show as well, simply called Bianca. On that show, Björn was guest last month. The interview in Swedish can be seen here on YouTube. One of the highlights might be the final question he had to answer. If he had to go back in time, with whom of these 2 singers would he rather spend one more week together? Agnetha or Frida? Björn seemed to be conflicted, but he said, well, he has to pick Agnetha. And the crowd went wild. But in March, Björn decided to spend time with Frida instead, namely on the phone on a brand new ABBA sketch for all our viewing pleasures. This was released on ABBA's social media channels to celebrate the 50th anniversary of ABBA's debut album Ring Ring. To be honest, I watched this clip over and over again. It was so funny, with all of their strange sense of humor, hilarious and so heartwarming. The highlight was, of course, a new live performance, sort of. Frida singing a bit of Ring Ring a cappella.
Ring, ring, why don't you give me a call?
That's what it is.
They said they might be calling each other in 50 years again. We will be here to discuss it in 2073. We also got ABBA's music video for Ring Ring in a new restoration in beautiful 4K high definition, also giving us a brand new audio version of the song. Instead of using the original single remix from the UK, which was slowed down, they now created a new slowed-down version based on the original album version. They also announced new reissues of the album and singles on vinyl. Over on this channel here, we continue to celebrate the album with a deep dive in 2 parts, exploring the history and making of Ring Ring, and by actually calling ABBA and leaving our message of gratitude from us to ABBA. And finally, as we always do, jumping back and forth in space and time, we continue to explore ABBA's latest album, Voyage, by taking a detailed look at the chronology of the recording process, our Voyage timeline based on new information, and our exploration of ABBA's 2 outtakes from the Voyage sessions. To round it off, we finally took a visit to the place where it all happened, Benny's recording studio and its history, in a brand new location tour. I want to thank all of you for another great month, and for now, I wish you a wonderful weekend, and to all of you who are celebrating, a happy Easter. Alright, until then, hej då!